Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee, for tonight's Ohio Valley League game between the Paducah Chiefs and the Full Count Rhythm. Rhythm on a winning streak. They are 12-5 and have won their last 5 games. They are in first place in the Ohio Valley League. Paducah comes in a tie for 4th place with Madisonville with a 6-10 record, and they have lost their last 6 games of the year. Were 6-4 when they went on the 6-game losing streak. Their last win probably was against the Full Count Rhythm. Did not look back and check that, but Rhythm got the 14-2 Mercy Rule win yesterday against Madisonville at Madisonville. The second win for Full Count at Elmer Kelly Stadium this year. Rhythm now 3-1 against the Miners. And against the Paducah Chiefs, they've only played twice. One game got rained out. Both teams have won at the other team's venue. Full Count won 7-6 over Paducah in the first matchup, and Paducah won 2-1 against Full Count here at Drakes Creek Park. It is a hot one here at Hendersonville today. We're going to take our first break, and we'll get back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. You are watching and listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
Time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, our title sponsor this year. Todd and Linda Hundley, great supporters of Full Count Ministries and Full Count Rhythm. The starting lineup for the Paducah Chiefs, coached by Leon Worth. He's assisted by Scott Tucker. The pitching coach is Kent Wallace. Leading off is Noah Wagster. He'll play second base. Batting second, TK Madera playing center field. The shortstop, Braden Baker, hits third. Kobe Watson is the cleanup hitter. He'll play right field. The DH, Javin Gautier bats fifth. Brett Haas at third base bats sixth. Easton Denning is the 7-hole hitter, and he's going to play first base. Tyler Humphrey behind the plate hitting eighth. Nate Lang in left field batting ninth. And on the mound for the Paducah Chiefs, Hayden Alexander. Alexander from Three Rivers Community College. He's a left-hander, hometown Mayfield, Kentucky. And for the Full Count Rhythm, leading off playing shortstop, Cade Moore. Batting second, John Paul Head. He is going to play center field today. Nolan Sargent's out in right field. He'll bat third. Jake Merrick, our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game yesterday, is the DH tonight, playing in his 18th game of the year. He's played in every game. He is the DH hitting cleanup. Jackson Cothran back from his hiatus. He is going to play first base, batting fifth. Charlie Bozeman out in left field, bat sixth. Elijah Stockton moves from second over to third. He's going to bat seventh. And Jonathan Stewart, fresh off of his week of mission work down in Nicaragua, is behind the plate, hitting eighth. Spencer Yu at second base, batting ninth. And on the mound for full count, right-hander Eli Lamb. Lamb on for his fourth appearance. It's his second start of the year. He has not allowed an earned run in 7 1/3 innings. He's only given up 1 hit, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He has a 1-0 record. Eli plays at LSU Eunice. He's from Centennial High School in Franklin, Tennessee. 6'5", 230-pound rising redshirt sophomore, the son of Eric and Nicole Lamb, sister brother to Mivy, and the grandson of Pawpaw in Princeton, Kentucky. Pops and Mimi are in Lexington, and Nana is in Richmond, Kentucky. He is staying part-time with Todd and Melinda Neal when he needs to not drive all the way to Franklin after a late-night away game. Todd Neal is our internet expert and a longtime Full Count Ministries and Full Count Rhythm supporter. They've been a host home since day one. The third base coach, Carson Howard, had stayed with them, I think, for 3 straight years. Former right-hander from Lenore Ryan, Jackson Benjamin, who's a mentor this year, also known as New Jack City. He also stayed with the Neals, I believe, for 3 years. So we appreciate Todd and Melinda Neal. Of course, Josh Carmen is down in Nicaragua on this third week of mission trip for Full Count Ministry. So Jimmy Gamboa is the acting head coach today. He's also the pitching coach. Carson Howard, Jonah Smithson are assisting Jimmy Gamboa. Our umpire meeting is over. Clint Magnuson will be behind the plate for the 3 arbiters. Ben Wood is the first base umpire. Micah Holman will be down at third base, as Ben Wood said. He's in the rocking chair down there. Tried to get a center field camera going for you today, but I think the heat is the problem. Had it going, and then all of a sudden it went out. So we've got this camera angle, we got the left field camera angle, and the right side, and there's our center field camera. It's not working. So operating with 3 cameras tonight. Maybe when it cools off, we'll get that center field camera to work. If not, then we're just going to have to shelve it because I can't do anything about the heat. And an umbrella just is not going to work out in center field. So we will have our invocation. Tim Ferguson, our public address announcer, will do the prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day and for the gift of baseball. You're an awesome God, the creator of each person gathered here, and we're grateful for your handiwork. Tonight, we ask your hand upon this game. Watch over the players, the coaches, and the fans. Please protect everyone on the field from injury and grant safe travels to all who journey home afterward. We give you praise and our thanks. We give all these things in the precious name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
And we'll take a break for our national anthem. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Tim Ferguson says,
Play ball.
and that's what we're going to do tonight on a Monday night, just after 7 p.m. Central Time. Umpires getting their last knucks in, and Austin Cavender, our ops manager, out letting Clinton Magnuson know that there's some water over here by the Rhythm dugout. It's a great day here, folks. Ken Stegall, our official scorer, has returned from his vacation down in Florida as well. Jerry Wallace did a great job for us for the 4 games that Ken missed. But it's good to have an original member of the Rhythm section back with us. We've got that camera, that speaker right in front of the public or the press box here. That is, somebody's messed with it and it has gone loud. We're going to have to see if we can get that fixed. Andrew Holmes also back from his vacation down to Miami, went and saw his favorite Braves take on the Miami Marlins. And my lovely assistant Susan is back. My wife is back handling our commercials and scoreboard. Eli Lamb on the mound for Full Count, getting another start from LSU Eunice. He's had a great start to his Rhythm career. It's his second start on the mound. 7 1/3 innings, 1 hit, has not a lot of run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, has plunked a batter. He's up on a very difficult task. Hayden Alexander, his opposite number, the left-hander for the Chiefs. This will be his 5th start. He has a 3-0 record. In 21 innings, he struck out 32 batters. He has a 1.97 ERA in those 21 innings. And if I could see all of the stats, then I could check quickly to see, but I would expect that Hayden Alexander is probably leading the league in strikeouts with those 32 in 21 1/3 innings. The Rhythm's leading strikeout man is Logan Harrell. He has 24, followed closely by Ryan Sweeney with 22. Harrells are in 16 1/3. Sweeney, of course, just pitched yesterday, gutted out 4 innings in the heat up in Madisonville, got the victory. He is now 3-0 as well. Rhythm 12-5. Jonathan Stewart with a nice missile down to second base before Noah Waxter, the second baseman, will stand in. Waxter from Earlham College in Indiana, hometown Fairfield, Ohio. That's pretty close to where my wife and I grew up unknowingly. We didn't know each other back then, but she lived in the western part of Cincinnati, as did I. First pitch swinging, Waxter fouls that one off at 7:04 Central Time. Game time temperature is 86 degrees. Feels like 93. Wow, it is cooled off here. Waxter grounds one to third. That's foul as well. Backhanded by Stockton. And quickly, Eli Lamb ahead in the count 0-2. Fairfield, Ohio, just on the west side of Cincinnati. If you're familiar, I-275 that goes around to the west side. Goes right through Fairfield. Kids tonight here at the ballpark. I hear a couple of the riffraff. There's a AAA foul ball off to the right, and number 24 is out after it. That's a Kids Camp shirt from last year. Brought to you by AAA Autoglass. Lamb nothing but strikes here to begin. There's a Safeware strikeout. First batter of the game for Lamb.
Next up for the Chiefs, center fielder, number 25, TK Madera.
TK Madera, fleet-footed outfielder for the Chiefs, stands in. From Palomar College. His hometown is in Lakeside, California. Maybe Andrew knows where Lakeside, California. That's where he's from. Customer, Palomar, customer of the scorers table, and there's another strike poured in there. It's in the San Diego area. That's the pretty part, or the cooler part, I guess. 72 degrees every day, right? Ground ball to the right side, and that's going to get into right field for a base hit. Spencer, you tried the dive, but he's about 6 feet too short. And a base hit puts a runner at first base.
Shortstop, number 22, Braden Baker.
Braden Baker, the shortstop, stands in. Swings and misses at a pitch out of the zone. And again, I don't think Eli Lamb's thrown a ball yet, has he? Vicky Maloney's checked in. She's a super fan. Looking for a big win for Full Count. See if they can get 6 in a row. Runner at first does not go, and a foul ball off to the right side. That will get down inside the fenced area. So, youngster with a number 25 on the back of his kids camp shirt. He gave it a look, but a little bit of hustle down there, but could not see the baseball. So he's now asking the on-deck batter, did that get out of play? It did not, young man. Tapper foul. 9 pitches now, 9 strikes by Eli Lamb. "6'5" right-hander. Braden Baker from Murfreesboro went to Eagleville High School. Played at Murray State this past year. Takes a pitch. Jonathan Stewart tried to back pick and apparently got a little involved with the home plate umpire, Clinton Magnuson. So that's ball 1. Pretty good strike percentage, 9 out of 10. Madera does not go. There's a ground ball slowly hit to second base. You, for some reason, goes to second. If Madera's hustling, he's going to probably beat that out. But I thought, would have gone the easy way at first, but instead he
Now batting right fielder,
did get the lead
Kobe
runner.
Watson.
Baker reaches on the fielder's choice. Way too slow to turn 2, but Spencer with a risky move there, and it pays off. Now Baker at first, Kobe Watson at the plate. Breaking pitch lands on the inside corner for a called strike. Kobe, also from Three Rivers Community College, hometown Scott City, Missouri, utility player. Playing right field tonight, he's also a pitcher. Lamb with a long set. Baker stays put, and that's yanked. Outside, a nice stop there by Jonathan Stewart. Kobe Watson playing in his 15th game, struggling at the plate. I'm not sure how many of those games include hitting, but he's got 8 hits, including 1 double. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch in and out of the glove of Stewart, but ball doesn't get away too far. Baker has to stay put. Now 1 ball, 2 strike count. Lamb struck out the first batter he faced, gave up a single to Madera. That pitch high. Madera singled into right field. He was erased at second base on a fielder's choice. Braden Baker hit a slow roller to Spencer Yu at second base. He was able to get Madera, who went into second base standing. Runner takes off, and the pitch is a breaking pitch inside for ball 3. And Baker, easy swipe of second base. He's now down in scoring position. And a full count Ministries, full count to Kobe Watson. Javen Gautier is on deck. See if he goes fastball or breaking pitch. He comes to the breaking pitch and gets a swing and a miss. That's a Safeware strikeout to end the inning. Couple of strikeouts. And we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. A rhythm and get the Old Hickory Steel Press bats going. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Bottom of the first we go. Hayden Alexander on the hill for the Paducah Chiefs. If you're first time with us, that is an all artificial infield and warning track area in front of the dugouts, but it is grass, natural grass outfield. We are inside a city park, and this is a quad of fields. This is the baseball field, and directly behind us, the high school softball field, and then youth baseball and softball fields on either side. So this is field number 3. First pitch swinging. Cade Moore pops one up to Noah Wagster at second base. It's one pitch, 1 out. Moore is a very shy young man. He doesn't really want me to talk about him that much. So he swings at the first
Next
pitch.
up for your rhythm.
Going to talk about him anyway. He's from Trevecca, Nazarini. He's heading back there for his graduate year. Came in hitting .304. This is his 11th game of the year. John Paul Head, he swings at the first pitch. Lines went out to right field. 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Rhythm. That's not the way to go. Does anybody know what Nolan Sargent cannot do right here? He cannot swing at the first pitch. If he does, he needs to be flogged. You cannot give the opposing team a 3-pitch inning. And right now, Hayden Alexander has retired the first 2 on the first pitch. John Paul Head is now back over the 500 mark in batting. He's hitting .509. Sargent takes a strike as Alexander dares him to swing at the first pitch. Sargent 1 for 3 in yesterday's game. Also drew a couple of walks. Check down at third base says he did not call that a strike. They checked to third. The pole's in the way, so he did call it. Okay, so 0-2. Pole got in my way from Micah Holman. And that pitch sails outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Sargent playing in his 12th game, hitting .275. 2 doubles, a triple, 5 RBIs. Yesterday, Jake Merrick, who's on deck, hit the second triple of the year for Full Count. Both triples have been at Madisonville. Nolan Sargent hit the first one. There's a ground ball to first. Easton Denning underhands to Alexander for the third out, and a 1-2-3 inning for full count. We're headed to the second. No
And the bottom of the
score. You're
first, the
listening to
Rhythm
the Full
had
Count
no run.
Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Top of the second between Paducah Chiefs and the Full Count Rhythm. Let's see who else is playing tonight. It's a Czech game changer. The Hoptown Hoppers 2-0 lead over the Fulton Railroaders as they host Fulton. That's the next opponent for the Rhythm. After the day off tomorrow, we'll travel back up to the Twin Cities on the Kentucky-Tennessee line. Madisonville Miners, they're hosting the Flash, and they lead 2-0 as well. So two home teams leading so far. Here it's 0-0. Full Count's leading. That's just how it goes. Let's see if anything's changed. I still can't see the Hoppers' stats. I can see the Chiefs, though. Jabbing Gautier to face Eli Lamb, who struck out two Chiefs in the first, gave up a hit. Gautier, the left-handed hitter, takes a ball high. He's from Valparaiso University. Takes ball two. De Paris, Wisconsin. I don't know. P-E-R-E. Why do they do this to me? Lamb, after throwing a high percentage of strikes in the first inning, 0 for 3 in the second. Having trouble with Gautier. Maybe he's anti-French. And that's a 4-pitch walk. First walk of the game by Lamb. Puts the leadoff runner aboard.
Next up for the Chiefs, third baseman, number 24, Brett Haas.
Brett Haas, as you heard our PA man, Tim Ferguson, say, standing in. He's a right-handed hitter. Chiefs' last win was actually against the Madisonville Miners, 11-3. And that's ball 5. Somebody put first inning up there on the scoreboard. Retool here, Eli. There you go. That's the reset. That's the unplug and replug we're looking for. That's how you fix electronics, Ken, isn't that right? Hey, did you unplug it and plug it back in yet? Another throw down to first. Back in standing is Gautier. Ball. Easton Denning, power hitting first baseman from the left side, standing on deck. Catches the corner at the knees for a called strike. Count goes 2-2. Denning on deck, batting 7th now. He's been dropped in the lineup, hitting .305, but he's been scuffling of late. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch outside. Nice job there by Eli Lamb to come back and get
Walking up the plate for the
Haas. That's a Safeware strikeout. Third of the game and out number one. Denning has one of 2 home runs hit by the Chiefs. Dawson Griffith has the other one. He hits that one high out to right center field. Back goes Head. Looks like he's got room. And he drops the ball. Denning will get to first. Waiting to see if the catch was made is Gautier. He's going to go down to second base. And I think we're going to go single as John Paul Head had a long way to run on that. So a single puts runners now at first and second. That's the second hit of the ball game. Right in front of the United Machine and Tool sign out in right center field. Volunteer Bank sign, Wendy's sign out in right field. That breaking pitch misses. How do you get to know my signs? Country Hills Golf Course, that's the one. Couldn't see without my Bushnells. As a matter of fact, some of the Rhythm Players supporters going to go play at Country Hills tomorrow. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Eli Lamb looking for a ground ball to an infielder. See if they can get a do that double play. Meat Sweats, Texas Barbecue, Framework Athletics, Absolute Wellness signs out in right center field. Tyler Humphreys at the plate. He's a catcher. And he sees a good strike on the outside corner and does not offer at that one. Playing in his 4th game of the year. He's 3 for 9 in his first 12 plate appearances. Has walked once, or actually, yes, walked once. And been plunked once. Nice stop by Jonathan Stewart behind the plate. He was down there in Nicaragua with my son, Wilson, who brought my 2 Gallatin grandchildren up to the press box to see ZZ and Grandpa. I think I heard that Jonathan got baptized while he was down there, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. Grazed that left arm. He was turning away from it, but as he's turning away, he's kind of turning in a little bit. No argument, as now the bases are loaded with 1 out. And the number 9 hole hitter, Nate Lang, comes to the plate. Lang from Bellarmine University. Lines one out to left field. Bozeman has to back up, makes the catch, and here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. As a sacrifice fly delivers the first run of the ball game. Yesterday there were sacrifice flies by both teams. The official scorer who scored that game apparently had never heard of a sacrifice fly. Did not credit either one of the batters with sacrifice flies. He might have just vapor locked, I'm not sure. Don't know who it was. Tried to make contact, let him know, but it was. Ball 1 to Noah Wagster. He was a strikeout victim to lead off the game for the Chiefs. And this time he's going to be a plunking victim. That's going to get him in the gluteus maximus and not feel very goodus. Second hit batter of the inning. Bases loaded. Pitching coach Jimmy Gamboa, he's wearing that hat right now as he goes out to try to settle down Eli Lamb. Inning started with a walk to Javin Gautier. It's a 4-pitch walk. Brett Haas struck out. Easton Denning hit a long fly ball out to right center field that John Paul Head could not haul in. Hit off of his glove, and Denning reached on the single that put 2 runners on with 1 out. Tyler Humphrey A 2-strike count hit right on the left elbow, loaded the bases. Nate Lang with a line drive sac fly to left field. Drove in the first run of the game. And now another hit batter has reloaded the bases. TK Madera, who had a single into right field in the first inning, steps to the plate. He swings and misses. Charlie Bozeman in left. John Paul Head. I said that's John Paul Head in right field. I keep forgetting. He's moved over to center field. That's Nolan Sargent in right. So used to John Paul out there in right field as Lamb pours in the strike. 0-2. Swing and a miss on the first one and then a called strike. You got 0-2, right? Yep, 0-2. Line out the left field. Bozeman will take a couple steps to his right and make the catch for the final out. But the Chiefs score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Head to the bottom of the second. Rhythm down by 1. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care,
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
See, Easton Denning's family is here. His dad, Terry, and Sierra Denning. His dad's wearing a Cincinnati Reds shirt. Go Big Red Machine. They're up from McMinnville, Tennessee. Denning, the first baseman for the Paducah Chiefs, one of 3 Vol State pioneers on the club. He and Braxton Alexander and Drew Moorhead, both Alexander and Moorhead are pitchers. Denning, the only position player for the Chiefs from Vol State. Of course, the Fulton Railroaders also have 3 Vol State players. The reason I follow them is I broadcast them in the fall and the spring. Coach Jim McGuire is here in attendance today as Jake Merrick steps up, looks at a called strike. Jake, our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game yesterday. 3 for 3 in the game, scored a run, drove in 5. He was a double away from the cycle. Had a single, infield single in the second inning. He had a triple in the 6th inning, drove in 2 runs, and had a 2-run home run, his second of the year. There's a ground ball to the right side, gloved, and the throw. Denning keeps his foot on the base. Nice play by Noah Wagster to rob Jake Merrick of a base hit. What a star by that one. Now Jackson Cothran, who's been away for several days on a family event, he is checking in. He's the first baseman today. Lefty on lefty matchup. Thank you to my director to let me know. Got the wrong camera going. Cothran looks at a called strike. Chopper 2 second. Wagster a little easier time here. Double clutch, and he throws to first. Couple of 4-3s in your scorecard or on your scorecard if you're scoring at home. And if you are, I need to know about it. Send me a comment on Facebook. Paula Sims is listening in. She says, go Rhythm. Jay Myers up in White House, recuperating. Lee Bozeman takes a breaking pitch in for a called strike. Bozeman playing in his 11th game. As that changeup sails over the outside corner, and Bozeman now down 0-2. I believe it was the last game we played here. Bozeman hit his first home run of the year. Big shot down that left field line. He has a double, a home run, 5 RBIs. He's also walked 14 times. He gets on base at about a 426 average. Not about, it's exactly 426. 1-2 pitch. Grounded down to third. Gloved and a throw across the diamond by Brett Haas to Denning is in time, and 3 groundouts in the second inning. 6 up, 6 down for full count. Hayden Alexander has what it takes so far against full count. We'll go to the top of the third. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Three grandchildren in Mississippi listening in. Down on the Full Count. Maybe on the Facebook page, not the YouTube channel. But I don't know. Reese, Sloan, and Charlie. We had a FaceTime earlier today. Grandpa and Zizi got to see them after a big weekend at a baseball tournament in Starkville, Mississippi. I told you last night in error that they had won the championship. I got some bad intel. I won't throw her under the bus 2 nights in a row. But then found out that they lost in extra inning, 1 extra inning. The Caledonia Cavaliers lost to the Mad Dogs or something, I think is what they're called. They just beat everybody. And there is another hit batter. Eli Lamb has plunked the 3rd batter. That's Braden Baker. 3-hole hitter. Reached on a fielder's choice, stole second, but was stranded at second base in the first inning. And he's going to be a leadoff
right fielder.
Base runner here in the 3rd. So my daughter Cassidy, she's living large right now. They've been trying to sell their house for just a little bit, maybe a month or so. And they found that they got that sold. Lamb spikes one and throw down to first. Baker back as Stewart got on that one pretty quickly. Kobe Watson struck out to end the 1st. So the snap goes down in Caledonia, Mississippi. They're going to have to find a new place to live. That won't be hard. They've lived in a bunch of houses down there in Mississippi in their, 8 years? Coming up on 8 years being married. There's a called strike to Kobe Watson. Timeout. I guess a ball got loose in the bullpen for full count. Elijah Stockton, who I can't see very well on from my vantage point. Called time. Bunted, and Stewart can't get over to the backstop quickly enough, as that's a strike. Kobe Watson playing right field on deck. Javin Go TA. Another ball down in the turf. Eli Lamb looked like he couldn't throw a ball in the first inning, and now here in innings 2 and 3, he is struggling for command. It's like a switch has been flipped. Hit 3 batters, he's walked a batter. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Watson. That catches that one on the outside corner, and there's a Safeware strikeout. Backward K, and Watson struck out twice.
Now batting number 5.
4 strikeouts for Lamb now. Ground ball, get him out of the inning. Let's see if he calls the doctor instead of foul ball. That will get to the concrete right in front of the merch pavilion.
There's a foul ball brought to you by AAA Autoglass.
A AAA Autoglass foul ball. Merch pavilion has now been cut in half. The other half is the Framework Athletics Hospitality Pavilion, which can be rented for a birthday or corporate event. You got a birthday for a little guy or a little girl, he or she can throw out the first pitch for the rhythm game as that pitch misses outside. Gautier walked and scored the only run of the game in the second. Runner started to go. He holds up. All I've seen Gautier do is DH. Not sure if he plays a position. All the games that he's played with Paducah against a full count, he's been in that DH role. Playing in his 14th game. It's the 17th game of the year for Paducah. 6-10 record. Foul ball to the screen, stays alive. 11 hits, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. Walked 8 times. Been plunked 4. He leads the Chiefs in that category. Ground ball foul toward his own dugout. Well, he's now been tied actually by Braden Baker, who got hit by a pitch. Not a category you really want to be the team leader on. Long pause by Lamb, freezing the runner at first, who thinks about going, bluffs, but he was just fooling. And a full count Ministries, full count. Lamb struggling to throw strikes to Gautier. Brett Haas waiting patiently. Runner does not go, and a little soft looping liner out to Spencer Yu, who makes the catch. Baker gets back to first. Now 2 outs. Brings up the
Now batting
third baseman for the Paducah Chiefs. He struck out in the second. That's a lob. Fastball swung on and popped up to shallow right field. That's Nolan Sargent, the right fielder, not John Paul Head. John Paul Head comes over and says, good job. That will end the top of the third. No runs. There was a hit, but it was a hit batter. He was stranded at first base. We head to the bottom of the third. Paducah leads 1-0.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hayden Alexander out for the Chiefs. He's retired all 6 of the rhythm batters that he's faced. So 7, 8, and 9 will come to the plate here in the third. Has not struck out a batter yet. Elijah Stockton, a left-handed hitting infielder, stands in. Soft fastball, I guess. Maybe a changeup in there for a called strike. Stockton played in last night's game. Went 0 for 2, scored a run, walked twice. A couple of strikeouts. Played second base. Slow roller to the right of the mound. Alexander throws Stockton out at first base. That is 5 straight ground balls. Jonathan Stewart getting his first at-bat in over a week, at least in the United States. I'm sure he had several at-bats in Nicaragua. Jonathan swings and fouls that one back. Looking for his first hit in a rhythm uniform in the United States. Had a tough time in the Ohio Valley League so far. Transferring to Volunteer State Community College right down the road in Gallatin. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee. 6'2", 190 pounds. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Ground ball to the left. Third baseman Haas bobbles and throws. Stewart beats that one out. But it will not be ruled a hit. It's an error on Brett Haas. But first base runner for the Rhythm and Spencer Yu will come to the plate.
Now that is second baseman number 5, sir.
Ground ball right up the middle. That's an easy 2 right there. Noah Wagster steps on second after collecting the ground ball. 4-3 double play. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. Alexander has faced the minimum through 3. 1-0. Paducah leads.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tony Stockton is here in person, also listening in on Full Count Broadcast Network. I bet she's sitting right behind home plate. That's where the VIPs sit. If you're not there, just go in there and kick one of those kids out of there and tell them Tim Reese said you're allowed to sit right there behind home plate. She's from Gallatin, Tennessee. Maybe not originally. I live in Hendersonville, but I'm not originally from there. My wife also lives in Hendersonville, the same house I do. She's not originally from Hendersonville or Sumner County or even Tennessee.
Now batting first base.
She got here
East City.
a little quicker than I did. She got here in the early 70s. I got here in the late 70s. About as late as you can get, 1979, to start my college baseball career at Belmont, what was then known as college, now university. First pitch swinging. Easton Denning, that's a AAA autoglass foul ball over toward field number 2, right between the Cancun Lagoon food truck and the Kona Ice food truck. Denning hit a fly ball out to right center field, kicked off the glove of Nolan Sargent, one of 2 hits for the Chiefs. I said Easton's family is here in attendance. He's a 6'3", 215-pound rising sophomore at Volunteer State. Went to Warren County High School, biology major. Terry, his dad, is a pharmacist. Sierra, his mother, gets a called strike there. Ruby, Willa, and Lawson, his younger siblings. Pappy and Nani, Papa and Grana, they're in McMinnville. And Stacy and Gigi, they live in Dunlap. Last year, played in every game, started and played in every game for the Pioneers of Vol State. Rounds one to the left side, charging, gloving, and throwing onto first is Cade Moore to retire Denning. We're out number 1 here in the 4th. Eli Lamb back out for full count. Denning led the Pioneers with 22 doubles. Had 61 RBIs. That was also one of the top numbers in the TCCAA and the JUCO in Tennessee. As Tyler Humphrey, the catcher, takes a called strike. I don't have those kind of details for Tyler Humphrey. He didn't play at Vol State. He's from Bradley University in the Missouri Valley Conference. That is a broken bat, pop flare out in front of second base that Cade Moore handles. So another 6-3. That bat did not die a hero.
Now batting left fielder, number 20.
See if a youngster goes over and says, "Can I have that bat? Can I have that bat?" If not, you should. They're not going to do anything with it other than throw it in the garbage can. 2 outs. Nate Lang, the number 9 hole hitter, drove in a run with a sac fly in the second. The only run of the game. From Keevil, Kentucky. It's evil with a K in front of it. So it could be Keppel. That's how I'd pronounce it. Don't know that I want to add in the evil part. Lamb's gone 2 balls and no strikes to Lang. Swing and a miss. Lang playing in his 12th game of the year. Struggling at the plate. Couple of RBIs, couple of hits. Lamb misses downstairs. On deck, the top of the lineup, Noah Wagster. Lamb would just as soon see him in the 5th or let another pitcher see him. He's at 62. Pitches make it 63. Got a reporter on the line here that says the commercials are so loud. We'll work on that, Rosebud. My middle daughter, Cassidy, giving the constructive criticism. Full Count Ministries, full count. Catches the inside corner, and down goes Lang on a Safeware strikeout to end the 4th inning. Backward K in the book, a 1-2-3 inning. And that's for Reese Snapka, Sloan Snapka, and probably already in bed, Charlie Snapka. That's the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Lamb. We are going to the bottom of the 4th, and it's time for the Old Hickory Bats to get going. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Danny Thomas checked in. He's got an off day up in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The head coach of the Williamsport Crosscutters. First pitch to Cade Moore, called strike in and out of the glove of Tyler Humphrey. There's timeout again. Apparently an issue down with Carson Howard, the third base coach. Cade Moore popped out to second base on the first pitch he saw from Hayden Alexander. Takes a ball there. One misses outside. Moore started his college career at Kentucky Wesleyan. He's from Terre Haute, Indiana. Swings at a ball in the turf. 6 foot, 175-pound rising graduate student. He's going to get a master's in entertainment and sports management. I got a 2-ball, 2-strike. Yeah, he gets 2-2. That's lifted out to center field. On comes TK Madera for the catch. John Paul Head lined out to the right fielder on the second pitch that Alexander threw in the first inning. From the University of Alabama, Birmingham, 6'1", 215 pounds. Inside for ball one. Vestavia Hills, Alabama. That's in the turf, and ball two. He's an accounting major at UAB. Paul and Leanne Head are his parents. Ryan's his sister. Papa and Bibi, Papa and Yee in Hoover, Alabama. His grandparents, Mike and Andrea Kelly, Goodlettsville Little League All-Stars, are his host home as he takes a called strike. Leading the world in Ohio Valley League and hitting .509 batting average coming into today's game. 29 hits, now make it an even 500, I guess. 29 hits and 58 at-bats. 7 doubles, 4 home runs, leading the OVL and RBIs with 30. He also has 21 walks. That's not one. And now we got a full count, Ministries full count. Nobody on and 1 out. He's also tied with Cade Moore in the team lead in stolen bases with 8. Full count pitch. Lands high, and there's his 22nd walk of the year. I'm heading to first. First walk of the game by Hayden Alexander. Going to bring up Nolan Sargent. Sargent grounded out to first. Chops one foul to the on-deck circle for the Paducah Chiefs. 5'10", 180-pound. You know, it shows. I've got him as a switch hitter. I don't know why. I've never seen him bat right-handed. He actually throws and bats left-handed. Logan Kroc was a switch hitter, but Nolan Sargent not. Logan Kroc no longer on the team. He found out he's going to have wrist surgery. The shortstop, middle infielder from Butler. 1-1 pitch to Sargent. That lands right across the plate for a called strike. The son of Scott and Leah Sargent, brother to Tucker. Grandson of Papaw and Granny in Chattanooga. Nanny is also there in Chattanooga. His mentor, Brandon Jaggers, was on the trip yesterday to Madisonville. He was a huge help to me, I'll tell you that. 1-2 pitch. Taken for a strike on the outside corner. Out number 2. Sargent now over 2. Brings up Jake Merrick. First strikeout of the game by Hayden Alexander is Ken Stegall is playing his yard card here early. I played mine early yesterday for John Paul Head. I picked the right guy, I just picked the wrong time. What'd you say, Ken? Oh, that's right. Throw over to first. Head back. Head heads back to first. Jake Merrick grounded out the second. Noah Wagster dove, got a glove on it, righted himself, and threw Merrick out at first base. Pretty play. Now Jake Merrick with 2 big flies. He hit one yesterday. Can he go back-to-back games? Ken Stegall says yes, and he's going to do it right here. 2-0 pitch, the pitch to do it on. That's out to left center field, but it doesn't have the distance. And on to make the catch is TK Madera. Loses his lid, but the important part was for the Chiefs, he made the catch for out number 3. Ken Stegall loses his yard card, and I am not happy. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner was left aboard. Rhythm and 4 have not been able to crack the column, looking for that Framework Athletics first run of the game still. Heading to the top of the 5th, you're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
1-2-3 in the Chiefs lineup to face Eli Lamb out for his 5th inning of work. Nice throw there by Jonathan Stewart to second base. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Paducah. Zeros all across the board for the Rhythm. They had 2 base runners, 1 on an error and 1 on a walk. Noah Wagster, leadoff batter, takes the ball down low. Struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch right in the derriere in the 2nd inning. Paducah Chiefs came into the Ohio Valley League in 2016. Have been there ever since. That pitch catches the knees for a called strike. They have not won a championship. One of the better places to visit, though. Nice stadium up there, Brooks Stadium. Doc Heidig does a good job. The octogenarian is going to be the most senior groundskeeper probably in the Ohio Valley League. Been doing it for a long time. Former chiropractor, told me he was the president of the National Chiropractic Association, as Eli Lamb gets a Safeware strikeout, his 6th of the ball game. 2nd time he's gotten a Wagster. TK Madera steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
TK Madera.
That was just a little high. Almost the same spot. Zach Williams checking in as Jonathan Stewart goes out to have a confab with Eli Lamb. He's there with his oldest child. That would be Maddox. He's a month plus shy of his 1st or 2nd birthday. I'm sure Zipporah is already in bed. Appreciate you joining us today. Zach Williams, former play-by-play man here at Full Count Rhythm. That pitch gets in there for a called strike. Just looking at some stats here, Zach. Looking up and adding while we're playing the game. Paducah Chiefs overall record. Paducah finished 23-19 a year ago, lost in the semifinals to the Henderson Flash, who ultimately won the championship. We got some problem right here with foul ball off of Jonathan Stewart's foot. That's not Brad Swope. We got a new trainer out here tonight. Didn't get his name. You know, some people don't think I do homework. Prior to the beginning of this year, Paducah, according to my records, had an overall record of 151 and 200 since 2016. Most wins that they had in a season was last year in 2024, finished with actually tied overall with their 2023 and their 2018 record, 23 wins. That's fisted into left center field. That will get down for a base hit. Madera rounds hard the bag at first, but he's in with his second hit of the ball game.
Now batting shortstop, number 22, Brady Baker.
Didn't get a lot of that one, but got enough and muscled it out to left field. He's 2 for 3, has 2 of the 3 Chiefs hit. Braden Baker has 1 of the 3 hit batters. Coughed up by Eli Lamb. So that would make the Paducah Chiefs overall record 157 and 210. I'm just spitballing here, though. Todd Cox, the new director of spiritual growth for Full Camp Ministries. He's on the phone. It's a high-level conversation going on right in front of the press box. Might be talking to Josh Carmen down in Nicaragua. 1-1 pitch to Baker. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Baker had trouble with that pitch. It's the second time he swung and missed at that exact pitch. Zach, everybody enjoyed when you came on with the broadcast the other day. A lot of good comments about especially the end of that game, that you and I just reverted right back to our old ways the first 4 years at the Rhythm home broadcasts. And Zach, you don't know it, but last night was my 200th Rhythm broadcast. Baker could not hold up, and they don't need to appeal. Clinton Magnuson rang him up. That's another Safeware strikeout. 7th of the ball game for Eli Lamb. Now 2 outs and a runner at first. The Rhythm played their 213th game yesterday. They came in with 143 wins, 70 losses. So of the 213 games, that ball's grounded to Spencer Yu at second. He throws on to first for the final out, as the Rhythm get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. So out of the 213, now 214 games, this is my 201st broadcast. And a lot of those, probably a little less than half of them, have been with my buddy Zach Williams. So listening in on the broadcast. That's going to be we'll keep it right here. That's going to be our full count Rhythm moment in history, I guess. We got the 213 games. I thought that tonight was going to be my 200th broadcast overall, but I forgot that I went ahead and counted that broadcast with you, Zach. That rain game with Fulton Railroaders that night. Had a lot of fun. We just talk some ball. That's what we do. We just talk a little ball. Said I think it was last night or the other night at Henderson, was listening to Joe Wilson and Kevin Patton of the Hoptown Hoppers and the Henderson Flash, respectively, and those guys sounded good together. I'd like to think that Zach and I can as well. I've taught him a lot about baseball over the 4 years. He thinks he knows, but he don't know. He doesn't know. He's learned a lot, though, in 4 years. And I've learned a little bit about broadcasting from Zach Williams. I know I've learned a whole lot about where does this cord go? How do you plug this in? Hey, Zach, you want to take a look at our center field camera? Hey, how's that look? Pretty good, huh? Working good tonight. Actually, that center field camera was working before the game. And then the heat got a hold of it, I think. I think that's what it is. Hayden Alexander back out on the mound for the Chiefs. He's pitching a no-hitter. And a check swing by Jackson Cothran. Noah Wagster throws a little wide, but Denning's tall. He's 6'3". He makes the grab. Wagster's been busy over at second base. Cothran's now grounded out to him twice. He started to swing the bat, wanted to stop, but couldn't hold up. That sharp eye at the plate had that bat meet the ball. And now Charlie Bozeman stands in. He takes a breaking pitch, sails right across the plate. Alexander, an excellent start to his game. That ball's hit high and deep, but foul. AAA autoglass foul ball as Bozeman got around on that one. This is the 5th start of the year for Hayden Alexander. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a pitch in the dirt, and the tag was applied. Throw down to first base just for the fun of it, but that's not where the out occurred. The out occurred right there at the plate on the tag, so no 2-3 on my score sheet. Second strikeout of the ball game by Alexander. In his previous starts, 4 innings against Fulton, and then a follow-up against Fulton, 6 innings. Madisonville twice on June 12th and then June 19th as he faces Elijah Stockton, who grounded out. And now a check swing foul ball, and that catches a piece of Tyler Humphrey behind the plate. Strike one. Gordon Williams, I assume no relation to Zachariah Williams. He says Chiefs are in a tailspin. That is correct, sir. They've lost 6 straight. The Rhythm, while they've been losing 6 straight, the Chiefs, the Rhythm have been winning 5 straight. Stockton with a wave at a pitch down. The initial response was, I'm going to take a hack. Humphrey has to take his helmet and his mask, everything, just yard sale going on right there at home plate so he can pick up the baseball. He tried 3 times to stab that with a fork, could not get it to throw it back to Alexander. 0-2 pitch coming to Elijah Stockton. The Kentucky Wesleyan Panther swings right through that breaking pitch. And a 1-2-3 inning. The Rhythm struggling here against Alexander, the first team that is not the Fulton Railroaders of the Madisonville Miners that Hayden Alexander is facing. And he's having his way with the Rhythm. Heading to the 6th, you're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Eli Lamb's night is over as we have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Lefty Hayden Choate on in relief here in the 6th inning. 6'3", 195-pound lefty, redshirt freshman at Lee University from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Macaulay High School. Majoring in healthcare administration, the son of Aaron and Beth Choate, brother to Bailey, grandson of Gigi and Mia. They're both in Chattanooga. He stays at the host home of some folks we're very familiar with, Wilson and Anna Reese, and the newest big brother to Eli and Lucy, our grandchildren, who are here at the ballpark, or at least they were. I assume they knew that Hayden had an opportunity to pitch tonight. And he is in for Eli Lamb, who goes 5 innings, gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1 batter, plunked 3, and struck out. That pitch is fouled off. Struck out 7 batters. Faced 22 Chiefs tonight in his 5 innings of work. Choate's first pitch to Javin Gauthier. The DH is fouled back. Gauthier fouls another one off the top of the screen. Choate comes in like Lamb did in the top of the first inning, chucking strikes. Hayden on for his 5th appearance of the year. It's his 3rd in relief, giving up 9 hits in his 7 innings, 7 runs, 5 earned, walked 9, struck out 6. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and a Safeware strikeout. Starts the 6th.
Next up for Chiefs, third baseman number 24, Brett Hawks.
Do want to thank Chris Wheelyard and the folks over at the Hendersonville Firefighters Association. All those that serve, not only in Hendersonville, but Goodlettsville, Nashville, all over this fine land. They like to climb ladders and hose things down. Brett Haas swings and fouls that one back. He's 0 for 2. Mike Kelly, he's a firefighter. He's also the husband of Andrea Kelly, who is the treasurer at the Goodlettsville Little League. I've broadcasted over there as well. They've got a bunch of Little League tournaments going on over there. I think Moss Wright is hosting some. If I wasn't broadcasting right here, I'd probably go over there and see if they wanted some broadcasts. That is 6 pitches, and that's 2 strikeouts. Another Safeware strikeout here in the 6th. Hayden Choate getting it done.
First baseman, 44,
That's what he's talking about. Less balls and more strikes as he now face Easton Denning, who's 1 for 2. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. That is 7 straight in the zone for Choate. Some people call a 9-pitch nothing but strikes, 3 strikeouts. They call that the immaculate inning. I don't call it that. 3 pitches is an immaculate inning. There was the broadcaster jinx. Is that what it was right there, Ken? Did I just jinx it? It's not an immaculate inning. I have broadcasted 1 immaculate inning. Yeah, he did not say the word no-hitter or like I have. They say if I say it, that ball was hit well, but it's fouled down the right field line. So if we just say no-hitter now with Hayden Alexander, it'll jinx it. It only jinx it when it's a reverse jinx. Ken Stiegel's over there tapping on wood and rubbing his rabbit's foot. Rhythm section changed a little bit from year 1. 201 broadcasts ago. Just had our 4-year anniversary a couple of weeks ago. 2-2 pitch. Good piece of hitting right there by Easton Denning to spoil a pitch on the outside corner as he fouls that one over the new building. That's a AAA autoglass foul ball. Thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family for supporting Full count rhythm baseball. Choate delivers another 2-2 pitch, lands low and inside. Denning will look at a full count Ministries full count. He looked at a lot of those this spring. Drew 26 walks in 52 games. And he's drawn another one here. Eli Lamb right now for his efforts is 5 innings, 2 hit, 1 run baseball, is on the hook for the loss of the rhythm. Can't come back to tie this game. Tyler Humphrey will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1, been plunked once. Great outing by Eli Lamb, who gave up his first earned run of the year. He has now gone 12 1/3 innings, only 1 earned run. Even I can compute that. That's still less than 1 earned run an inning. Line out to Nolan Sargent. He's coming on, and he'll make the catch. We're out number 3. So good inning for Hayden Choate in relief of Eli Lamb as he retires 3 of the 4 batters. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Rhythm looking for their first hit of the ball game, much less their first run. We'll see if they can do it in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jonathan Stewart, Spencer Yu, and Cade Moore to face Hayden Alexander, who has thrown 49 pitches in 5 innings. That is a solid start. The least number of hits that he's given up this year in an outing, 7 innings against Madisonville back on June 12th. Got the win. Did not go 5 innings against Madisonville in the last outing. Gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, which were earned. Walked 2, struck out 6 in that ball game. The first pitch to Jonathan Stewart in there for a called strike. Stewart reached on an error, swings through that breaking pitch. Chiefs lost that game back on July 19th or June 19th, 9-4 to Madisonville. Stewart started his college career at Daytona State down in Florida. Fouls that one off the screen. And is coming back closer to home. He is signed to continue his career at Vol State. He'll be a rising redshirt freshman from Smyrna High School, just east of Nashville. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Stewart, a strikeout victim, the 4th of the game for Hayden Alexander. There's another lefty Alexander on the Paducah Chiefs roster. That's Braxton Alexander. Slow breaking pitch to Spencer Yu, grounded into a 4-3 double play. to end the third. Takes a called strike. Ground ball to his counterpart, Noah Wagster. Underhand toss to Denning for out number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 assists for Noah Wagster. Now Cade Moore has popped out to the second baseman and flown out to the center fielder. TK Madera takes a ball outside. Braxton Alexander was at Vol State for 3 years. He is now signed to go play at Union Commonwealth up in Kentucky. He's from Woodbury, Tennessee, Cannon County High School. Son of Brian and Andrea Alexander, brother to Andrew. Got a Papa and a Mimi there in Reedville in Tennessee. That's not far away from Woodbury. Ground ball gloved. And another underhand toss is going to retire Cade Moore for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. 9 straight retired by Hayden Alexander as he's still pitching the shutout and the no-hitter through 6. Headed to the top of the 7th. Hayden Choate back out for full count.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Close game up in Hoptown tonight. That's a one-hitter being tossed by Henley, number 16 for the Hoppers. They lead Fulton 2-0.
Now batting number 20, Nate Lang.
The only hit is by Elijah Nickel for the Fulton Railroaders. Nate Lang to bat, and he gets hit by the first pitch that Hayden Choate delivers. I'm not sure, that might have got him in the helmet. Lefty on lefty matchup, and that's the 4th Paducah Chief batter that has been hit tonight. They'll come out and check on him. I'm sure they'll do a little bit of a concussion protocol if that hit him up in the helmet. Our stand-in trainer tonight. Don't know who that is. I don't know that anybody has texted to let me know who that is.
Now batting second baseman number 3, Noah Wagster.
Top of the lineup, Noah Wagster 0 for 2 and a hit by pitch as well. Nolan Sargent moved quickly over toward the fair line in right field. John Paul Head playing straight away in center. Bozeman playing a little more toward the line in left field. As Choate has now thrown 2 strikes to Wagster. Successfully avoiding the body. Ground ball up the middle. That gets through. I thought you was going to be able to get that one, but apparently there was some backspin on that. And a base hit up the middle.
Next up is the Chiefs, center fielder number 25, TK Madera.
Fourth hit of the ball game for the Chiefs. TK Madera, who has half of those hits, stands in. He's 2 for 3. Single to right, single to left. Nobody out. Rhythm expecting a bunt. If he lays one down, he's going to square around. The pitch yanked low and outside. Choate apparently doesn't want to let him bunt. Ball one. That's getting you in trouble, man. Would think Madera might try to drag a bunt, but he takes a strike and did not square around that time. On deck, Braden Baker. Unless the Rhythm could turn a triple play, he squares around early and lets the breaking pitch go by that catches the inside corner. Now he's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dara from California. Palomar College. A client of the scorers table. Madera just got enough of that one. So Fulton batting in the top of the 8th, down by 2 up in Hopkinsville. Henderson Flash and the Madisonville Miners, they've scored some runs tonight. 8-5 is the score. The Flash leading the Miners. Out to right center field. That's going to be a tough play, but the catch is made by Head, tagging from second base. And going to third is Lang. They're going to step on second base to see if maybe he left a little early. I thought there was a chance that might happen, but not considered a sacrifice fly, but a productive out by Madera. Now runners at the corners with 1 out. And Braden Baker, who's reached on a fielder's choice, been hit by a pitch and struck out. 0 for 2. Swings and loses his bat. Foul tips the ball into the mitt of Stewart. Gonna need a little more pine tar, possibly. Those batting gloves got to be sweaty out there. Game time temperature started at 86 degrees. Felt like 93 when we started. It's gotten cooler, but the feels like temperature's gotten higher. It's 84, but it feels like 94. Or 85 and feels like 94. Nice stop by Stewart behind the plate. Keeps the runners at first and third. Nate Lang led off the inning, hit by a pitch right in the helmet. His head was inside that helmet, thankfully. And then Noah Waxer with a ground ball that just got under the glove of Spencer Yu up the middle. Base hit, a fly out moved Lang to third, and now a 1-2 count to Baker. Rhythm looking for another one of those ground balls up the middle. Turned a do-dat double play to end the ball game yesterday. Not a conventional, as that pitch is fouled to the on-deck circle. Non-plus was Kobe Watson. He pulls that off the screen, throws it back to Hayden Choate, who side flips it to the Rhythm dugout. He don't want to have anything to do with that. Yesterday, with the bases loaded, Madisonville had a couple of runs in. Fly ball with 1 out. That pitch misses outside. Nice stab again by Stewart. Rhythm had a 14-0 lead going into the bottom of the 7th inning, but 4 straight walks. Got the first run in, a sacrifice fly, got the second run in, and the first out, but then a fly ball to left field Then the throw to the plate got Jace Harnan, who was running from third, but he pulled up lame. It looked like he had a sniper got him, and I think he pulled a hammy or pulled a muscle, and he went down about 2/3 of the way to home plate. Trace Simmons was able to make the catch from the throw by Nolan Sargent, who was playing left. There's a ball that gets by, but that's a full count. It had to have been a foul ball, right? That runner at second base needs to go back to first then, right? Was he already at second? Ken, do you have? He was not. Was that not a full count pitch? Now it's 0-0. I have no idea what's happening here. This is still Braden Baker at the plate, right? Okay. So there we go. I never saw it either. Ground ball to short, and Moore throws over to first. So I had a Safeware strikeout there that I missed, and a ground out for Kobe Watson. Is Braden Baker and Kobe Watson, they exchange positions in a like a hallucination or something. I didn't even see it happen. So wild pitch moves Wagster to second. And the Safeware strikeout of Baker was the third for Choate. And they strand 2 runners. That's what it ends up being. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. It's the 7th inning stretch. Time to get rhythm. Play Johnny Cash on your musical device or subscription at home, just like we're doing here at Drakes Creek number 3.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
John Paul Head at the plate as yard card is being played by Andrew Holmes, our scoreboard operator tonight. And I think I'm going to go along with him. I'm going to play my yard card. John Paul's 0 for 1. If you're not familiar with the yard card, it was a ball. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Turn that field mic up. Oh, that might have been the pitch to do it on. That was a slow breaking pitch. Sails right across the plate. Hayden Alexander out for his 7th inning. 63 pitches, 60 in the first 6. He takes another one. The groans continue. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keep your head in there.
Alexander delivers the 2-2. That's popped up on the right side. That's might be in foul territory. It won't be. It'll be in fair territory, and the catch is made by Kobe Watson, the right fielder, for the first out. Tim Ferguson, you use your yard card as well? Susan, you're the only one that hasn't used the yard card.
Nope.
Nolan Sargent stands in. 0 for 2. So the yard card is, you're predicting that the batter's hitting a home run in that at-bat. Sargent pulls away from an inside fastball. John Paul Head hit his 4th home run of the year yesterday up at Madisonville. He's got 2 of his 4 that were hit there. He hit 2 at Hoptown. He has not hit a home run here at Drakes Creek Park as Sargent swings through. 2 home runs in the 2nd game of the year at Hoptown. 4 RBIs in that game. And a home run on June 9th at Madisonville, and then 3 weeks later at Madisonville. He's had a 5 RBI game, John Paul Head has. I checked that. He's had 2 5 RBI games. 2-2 swing and a miss. Sargent down on strikes for the 2nd time. It is the 5th strikeout for Alexander, who's pitching a no-hitter, and Jake Merrick.
Number 8, Jake Merrick.
If I had a yard card, I'd play it. You gonna play it? All right. Susie Q is on the board with a yard card. Not a yard card. What a base hit! And it gets by the center fielder, is going to roll to the wall. Merrick, he'll drop the anchor. He started slow. The throw over to third base is wide. That's one of those checkups out there. You think an error? I think it was one of those he just overran it. Is that not a triple when you overrun? No. All right. Single and a 2-base error, says the very strict Ken Stegall. I got overruled there. Now the no-hitter broken up. How about the shutout as Jackson Cothran comes to the plate? 4th year full count rhythm player. Fouls that one straight back as he takes a hack on the first pitch he sees from Alexander. Jackson Cothran came on in 2022 with full count. He was the first JUCO player to play for the Rhythm. He took a cut there and off-speed pitch just a little bit out front. He was at Motlow State Community College, played in 2022, and then after that sophomore year at Motlow State, he went to Ohio University, played there for 2 years. Now he's in the portal looking for another opportunity for that grad year. Alexander yanks the 0-2 pitch low and outside. Merrick down at third base with 2 outs. Single and a 2-base error puts him at third. He's now 1 for 3. Jackson Cothran has grounded out twice to the second baseman. That ball gets by, and here comes Merrick. And the play not made, and we're tied up on a wild pitch. Right now, a unearned run as it stands right now. What happened? There we got it. The Framework Athletics first run of the ball game. Scores here in the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cothran. Started to go. They want to check down at third base. Michael Holman says, no, he did not go. And a full count. Ministries full count. Cothran the DH just missed inside. And Jackson heads down to first. Second walk of the ball game by Alexander. Looks like I see some heads down in the Paducah Chiefs bullpen. 77 pitches now for Hayden Alexander. He has pitched a heck of a ball game. From Mayfield, Kentucky, Three Rivers Community College. Ball one, and now time is called, as I would assume that's Kent Wallace, the pitching coach, that will come out. Kent Wallace, I don't know the backstory, but I believe that he was a player for Jim McGuire, I think, I would assume it was at MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University. I see that Jim McGuire's already been tagged in a Facebook post, or maybe he made the post, a picture of he and Kent Wallace. As we have a momentary delay and a pat on the back to Hayden Alexander. 6 innings of shutout, 6 2/3 innings of no-hit shutout baseball before Jake Merrick lines a single into right center field, checked up on TK Madera and rolled to the wall. Ruled an error on Madera, and Merrick ended up at third base. A wild pitch scored Merrick, and we're tied 1-1. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. Charlie Bozeman 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout, trying to keep the inning going. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's 2-1. I thought he put up 1-1, but that's right. Foul ball at the plate. 2-2. Alexander has only walked 2 in the game, struck out 5. Jonas Smithson down at the first base coach's box. Carson Howard down at the third base coach's box. Runner at first takes off, swing and a miss by Bozeman, and that will end the inning. But the Rhythm get on the board. 1 run, it was unearned on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We're through 7, all tied up here at Drakes Creek. Heading to the 8th, you're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hayden Choate back out for his 3rd inning as he will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Paducah Chiefs lineup. Javin Gauthier, Brett Haas, Easton Denning scheduled. That's 2 left-handers to face a left-handed Hayden Choate. Gauthier 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. A 1 hopper to Cade Moore. He delivers a strike to Jackson Cothran. 1 pitch. 1 out.
Next up for the Chiefs, third baseman.
A couple of ground outs in the last 2 batters to Cade Moore, who's played well over there at shortstop. He's played second, short, third. Last night he came in as a relief pitcher and finished off the game for the second time at Madisonville. Both times he's come into the game, he's come in with bases loaded, I believe. Yesterday came in with the bases loaded. Yeah, both times were bases loaded and nobody out. And he, in the first game, pitched to 2 batters and got 3 outs. And he pitched to 2 batters yesterday and got 3 outs. So 4 batters, 6 outs at Madisonville. Or Cade Moore, as the light has come on, the one light that for some reason flickers it or on and off here at Drakes Creek Park down the right field line. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brett Haas, who's 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Choate tried the corner and missed. If Bob Euchre line, but this actually was a corner instead of just a bit outside. That was just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. Did I speak that one into existence too, Ken? I heard Michael Kay the other day say that John Sterling, the New York Yankees announcer, said to him, he said, "Hey, if what I say affects the game, I am severely underpaid." Full Count Ministries, swing and a miss. Gets by the catcher. He's going to have to throw down to Jackson Cothran, and that completes the Safeway strikeout. 2-3 if you're scoring at home. 4th strikeout for Choate. Eli Lamb got the start. He's now off the hook for the loss. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, his first of the year in his 4th appearance, 2nd start. Struck out 7 Paducah Chiefs. Easton Denning at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Been on base 2 out of the 3 times. Choate throws that one in the turf. Lamb walked 1, but he plunked 3 Paducah Chief batters of the 22 that he faced. Jonathan Stewart a little strong on that throw, gets it into center field. Cade Moore with a little extra exercise, just what he needed here on a mid-90s feels like night. Sure, Jonathan Stewart's glad to be playing on a field that actually has either grass or an artificial turf. He's been playing on rocks and dirt down in Nicaragua. Fouled straight back. Denning goes after the 2-0 pitch. 1 of 3 of the Ball State Pioneers. Drew Moorhead, a starting pitcher, did not get the pitch. The start tonight. He started twice against Full Count. 5'11", 195-pound sophomore from Rossview High School in Clarksville, the son of Jeff and Leishan Moorhead, and the grandson of Grandma Loco in Bowling Green. Grandma Loco, if you're listening in, you need to always let me know. But I'm guessing she's not. She probably just listens in when Drew is on the mound. 2-2 pitch to Easton Denning. Choate trying to get out of the inning, and he will. A wave. And that is a Safeway strikeout to end the inning. Back-to-back Ks, and that's the 5th by Choate. And a 1-2-3 inning. Hayden Choate has finished his 3rd. And the Rhythm will get the sticks going. Hayden Alexander back out again for the 8th. We'll see how the Rhythm do with the Old Hickory steel press bats.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Susan Reese of the Full Count Broadcast Network. Susan, the director tonight, handling the score bug and the commercials. Andrew Holmes running the scoreboard tonight. Tim Ferguson on the PA microphone, and Ken Stegall, an original member of the rhythm section, is back here. Ken, you were here day one, right? I mean, you hadn't missed. So the original 5 members, well, actually 4 members. We didn't really, the scoreboard operator has always changed as Elijah Stockton is being pinch hit for. Here, let's see who the pinch hitter is. Elijah Stockton is a right-handed hitter. This is unless it's called strike. Elijah's a left-handed hitter, but it looks like number 1, but Logan Croc's not on the team anymore. That's number 4. Okay, there we go. All right, so Blake Carter is hitting for Elijah Stockton. We got an 0-2 count. Here we go. What is it, delayed getting up there? Foul ball off the screen. I looked up 0-1 and then apparently a delay. Blake Carter pinch hitting for Elijah Stockton. Question is then who will go in at third base? 0-2 pitch, sails high and away. Blake Carter now playing in his 16th game. He has the most official at-bats for the Rhythm players, 66. Tapper to the right side, a swinging bunt. It might stay fair. It will, and that's a swinging bunt base hit. There was some English on that one by Blake Carter. I thought for sure that was going to go foul. Tyler Humphrey, the catcher, thought that was going to go foul. A little delayed getting out there. Carter had to avoid the ball running on the outside of the first baseline as time is called, as we'll get another visit, and that might end the night for Hayden Alexander, and it looks like we do have another pinch hitter as Trace Simmons coming in for Jonathan Stewart. He's not in the game, but Jimmy Gamboa, the acting head coach for Josh Carman, is out talking to the home plate umpire, Clint Magnuson. And it looks like Hayden Alexander is going to stay in the ball game. He is 87 pitches. He wants this ball game. Well, maybe, or is it not? Nope, this is Braxton Alexander. New pitcher on with here in the 8th inning. Braxton Alexander, the now former Vol State Pioneer, is out in relief with a runner at first base, nobody out. It appears as though he's going to face Trace Simmons, who's going to come on as a pinch hitter for Jonathan Stewart. He goes 0 for 2. Whoops. We get some number 36 is Braxton Alexander. Hugh Braxton Alexander is his name. Cannon County Lion. 3 years at Vol State. Had a medical red shirt last year. 2025, he got 11 appearances out of the bullpen. Had a save in 10 innings. Struck out 12 batters at a 0.90 ERA. And is now headed to Union Commonwealth up in Kentucky. Alexander on in relief of Alexander. Braxton's gone 5 2/3 innings in his 6 appearances, all out of the bullpen. He has 1 save. This is not a save opportunity. He's given up 4 hits, 7 runs that were earned, walked 5, struck out 4, has plunked 2 batters. Had a 1-2-3 outing in his last appearance. Did Braxton Alexander. He's going to face Trace Simmons with a runner at first. I don't think they'd ask Trace to square around to bunt, but they might. The former LMU rail splitter. He does not, and Alexander comes in tight. Alexander last pitched 2 nights ago. Runner from first takes off, pitches a strike, throw down, is not in time. And that is a stolen base for Blake Carter. Simmons now with the go-ahead run in scoring position. Alexander pitched against the Henderson Flash. 3 up, 3 down in that outing. That's a century steal. Second, laid down the bunt. And the throw gets by the first baseman. Simmons will reach a sacrifice and an error on Alexander. Moves Carter to third. Carter hung up to dry between second and third. But give a sack and the second error of the ball game. And Jake Turr will be the 3rd straight pinch hitter for the Rhythm. He's hitting for Spencer Yu. Spencer 0 for 2 in the ball game. Turr, a middle infielder, has runners now at the corners. Runner from second or first takes off. Going to give him a stolen base, I would assume. Even though the infield is in. Turr from the University of Tampa. Ball 2. Turr got the start at shortstop yesterday at Madisonville, went 1 for 5, drove in a run, scored a run. Playing in his 7th game, takes ball 3. Alexander now with runners at second and third. The infield swinging bunt by Blake Carter, pinch hit for Elijah Stockton. Trace Simmons pinch hit for Jonathan Stewart, laid down a bunt. As 4-pitch walk to Turr. Nope. Apparently we missed one. All right, so 3 balls and a strike. 3, put it in there. Okay. I didn't know he threw a strike. I never saw it. Swinging a foul off the top of the screen. Jonas Smithson makes the play. 1 hop off the screen. Great play over there by the Trevecca right-hander. Taking a year off this summer. And now Full Count Ministries full count. Again, the infield is in for Paducah. Just outside, and Turr gets the walk. Alexander does not get the call. This should be Cade Moore, the top of the lineup, with the bases juiced.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Cade Moore.
Braxton Alexander, the son of Brian and Andrea Alexander, big brother to Andrew. Papa and Mimi in Reedville, Tennessee. Hopefully they're listening in on Facebook or YouTube. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Swinging a AAA autoglass foul ball. I've forgotten to left my truck parked right behind the press box. Hopefully we don't get anything going right over the press box. Cade Moore looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 3. He popped out to second, flew out to center, grounded out back to the pitcher. Needs to get something in the outfield here. And this one goes over toward field number 2. Again, another AAA. How about a AAA bathroom shower glass foul ball? They do it all over there. They got all kinds of stuff going on at AAA Autoglass. Not only here in Tennessee, but they'll go up into Kentucky, Georgia, the Carolinas, Texas, New York. 0-2 is high. Alexander went with the breaking pitch. Dialed it up in a bullpen session late in the year this past year at 92 miles an hour. He had shoulder surgery the year before that, was just working back in the spring. Hard shot, diving play by Waxter, throw to the plate, and they don't get him. Blake Carter scores the diving play by Waxter to keep the ball in the infield, but an RBI fielder's choice for Cade Moore. No hit, but a fielder's choice scores the go-ahead run. Blake Carter
now batting center fielder
comes in.
Gone.
Everybody else moves up 90 feet, and the base is still loaded. The run is earned and charged to Hayden Alexander. Swinging a line drive down the right field line, and it's fair. 1 run will score. Here comes the second. Cruising into second base is a 2-run dudette double by John Paul Head. 2 more RBIs. One of those runs unearned as the runner reached on the air. Moore moves down to third. Trace Simmons and Jake Turr come in to score. And out of the Chief bullpen comes, I believe, the pitching coach Kent Wallace, and that might do it for Braxton Alexander. Come in with 1 on, nobody out. Sacrifice bunt laid down by Trace Simmons, but an errant throw by Braxton Alexander allowed Simmons to reach. Then a walk to Jake Turr, a fielder's choice by Cade Moore. As Noah Waxter made a great play to steal a base hit from Cade Moore and probably score 2 runs. But Moore reaches, and Blake Carter scored, and then a line drive down the right field line, the 8th double of the year by John Paul Head, and Braxton Alexander will leave the ball game. We'll take a break and be back to tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on the mound for the Paducah Chiefs, number 47, another left-hander, third left-hander of the ball game from Miami University in Ohio, Connor Priesel from Sagamore Hills, Ohio. Inquiring minds want to know where Sagamore Hills is located. He will come on with runners at second and third. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rhythm has scored 3 runs as we have I think that's a flashing number 4 in the run column for Full Count now. They have 3 runs in this inning on just 2 hits. Number 47, Connor Priesel, on for Braxton Alexander. Mark Dixon asking about why no error if no extra bases. I'm not sure what play you're talking about. The only error that was recorded is that Trace Simmons on a sacrifice bunt reached on an errant throw by the pitcher. So you got to put him on. Can't be put on with a sacrifice bunt. He reached because of the bad throw by Braxton Alexander, if that's the play you're talking about. Mark Dixon asked why an error if no extra base is taken. John Paul Heads, no error. That was a line drive double down the right field line. Now Nolan Sargent's going to have to face a third left-handed pitcher. I just checked their game changer today. Do you not have? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think as long as he's in game changer, it's probably okay. But okay, I understand what you're saying. He's actually not on the lineup card written is what is being discussed up here in the Rhythm section. As that pitch misses for ball 1. Sargent 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. He's glad that Hayden Alexander is out of the ball game. And that pitch apparently caught the knees for a called strike.
Reminds me a bit of Brad Hand.
Priesel from one of my alma maters. I guess, I don't know, if you don't graduate from there, is it an alma mater? Called strike on the outside corner. It's the first school I went to right after Colerain High School in Cincinnati was Miami of Ohio. Walked on. I was the number 8 catcher out of 8 catchers on what was then known as the Redskins, the Miami Redskins. Sorry about the bad camera there. I forgot I was working on my new pitcher. Alexander does not record an out. Gives up a hit and a walk. 1-2 pitch. A tough night for Nolan Sargent as he goes down on strikes. And where's the hat trick? Out number 1. First strikeout for Priesel. Jake Merrick steps in with an opportunity to give the Rhythm some insurance runs. Called strike. Where are you, Zach Williams? Merrick 1 for 3. Got the first hit of the ball game off of Hayden Alexander, who went 6 2/3 of scoreless, hitless baseball. Merrick with a line drive. There was no question about it. It was a base hit. There was no issue on whether it was possibly an error as the infield is drawn in. Priesel delivered the fastball inside for ball. Tip Oxford with the constructive criticism, he says. The volume between innings is brutal. Tip, thank you for your comment. We'll try to work on that. Just let us know if there's anything that might be good about the broadcast occasionally, Tip. I go back and look at your comments. We are working on the commercials and the volume there. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Merritt from Farragut. Merrick. I just turned him into a Merritt. I don't know, from some Farrick. Yeah. Tapper to the right side, and Waxer's going to get another shot, and he airmails that over the head. And that's going to score 2 runs on the play. And we got another error. So an RBI to Merrick or no? It was not. Well, it would have been a force play. No, we had runners at second and third. No force. So RBI as Merrick reaches on the E4. John Paul Hood and Kate Moore. So Head reaches on the E4. Merrick scores, and it's 6-1. Jackson Cothran, the 8th batter to come to the plate. He's going to take one in the middle of the 2 and the 5. Now runners at first and second. Make it the 4th error of the ball game for Paducah. Has seen their defense fall apart here in the 7th and the 8th. 3 errors in the 7th and 8th. This is going to be a nightmare to try to figure out earned runs. But Ken Stegall, he's a veteran. He'll have it for us as Charlie Bozeman will get at the plate, the 9th batter to come up in the bottom of the 8th. Rhythm, we're losing 1-0 from the 2nd all the way until the bottom of the 8th inning. Got the equalizer on a wild pitch. Then have scored 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Still only 3 hits in the ball game. That ball's laced down the left field line, but it's foul. One ball, 1 strike. I think Kenny Thomas is still listening in. Mike Kelly thinks he is. Ball 2. Again, we want to thank Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, our title sponsor this year for Full Count Rhythm. Todd Hundley on the board of Full Count Ministries. Bozeman going to have to wait as Priesel and Waxter play catch. Just all of a sudden in the middle of the game, you just have a catch. Hey, I need to loosen up a little bit. Close the book on Braxton Alexander. It's a outing that he'd like to forget. There's a called strike. Does not record an out, but gives up 1 hit, 4 runs. 2 of those are earned. Two pitch to Charlie Bozeman, another Farragut Admiral, and he's going to get hit in the Zapata down there in the foot. And the bases are loaded. A couple of hit by pitches here by the lefty Connor Priesel. Blake Carter's going to get another at bat. I would expect. No, he's not. We're going to have a pinch hitter for the pinch hitter in the same inning. I don't think I've ever had that. Parker Staborski going to come in.
Now batting number 10, Parker Staborski.
Bases loaded, still one out. Staborski swings and misses. Parker from Catawba down in Salisbury, North Carolina. He is from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. 1 ball, 1 strike. Staborski playing in his 12th game of the year. Fouls that one at the plate. Hitting .233 coming in. He's got a double, 8 RBIs. Walked 5 times. He's been plunked 4. Full count pitch. I'm sorry, a bases loaded pitch is low. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. My wife just freaked out and said, wait a minute, it's full count? She did not. She's cool as a cucumber over here, wearing her navy blue rhythm shirt. It's not, you're not seeing yourself as well in the mirrored window that's in front of us. Now we have a Full Count Ministries full count, 10th batter, and literally the 10th different batter to bat in the inning. Again, never seen that. A pinch hitter for the pinch hitter. Parker Staborski pinch hitting for Blake Carter, who pinch hit for Elijah Stockton, who takes strike 3 and he is down on strikes for out number 2. Pretty sure he didn't think so. That's a second strikeout for Connor Priesel. Hayden Alexander went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 6. As Trace Simmons is swinging and missing. That is still Trace. Trace Simmons will go in to be the catcher in the top of the 9th. We'll see where Parker Staborski goes. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, backhanded by Brett Haas. Just past Carson Howard, the former UNA Lion, University of North Alabama right-hander from Pack Road, Alabama. The son of Rick and Trish Howard. Carson, the 4th year with the program. Simmons fouls that one back. Trace laid down a bunt that was fielded by Braxton Alexander, the pitcher, the new pitcher on the mound for Paducah. That was going to move Carter over to third base. But Braxton Alexander threw the ball away as he was trying to record the out at first base, so runners were at first and third. Then a walk, a fielder's choice, and a double ended Alexander's night. Is that a AAA autoglass? Foul ball off to the right side here on Kids Night as Cancun Lagoon and Frosted or Kona Ice are Hasta Luigi. They are no longer in the building. We are batting in the bottom of the 8th. A tight game until the 5 spot. To the right side, Jonas Smithson, a token effort. This is the third 5-run inning in the last 2 ball games for Full Count. Had 2 of them yesterday in the 14-2 victory over the Madisonville Miners. A 5-run 5th, a 5-run 7th to put that game out of reach. I'm trying to tack on some more here in the bottom of the 8th. Friesel's 0-2 is way outside. Tyler Humphrey Gumby armed that one. Nate Lang, he's still out in left field as far as I can tell. TK Madera in center. Kobe Watson in right. Infield left to right. Brett Haas, Braden Baker, Noah Waxter, Easton Denning behind the plate. Tyler Humphrey catching Connor Priesel. Ground ball to third. They'll just. Haas will step on the base as Simmons grounds into the fielder's choice. That ends the 8th inning. 5 unassisted. So 5 runs, 4 of those earned on 2 hits in the inning. There were 2 errors and 3 runners left on base. Heading to the 9th, the Rhythm with a 6-1 lead, trying to get their 6th consecutive win. Well, Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen when we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen a lefty. Eli Potter, 6 foot, 170 pounds. He's a rising sophomore from Burns, Tennessee, Dixon County High School. Son of Todd and Ginger Potter, brother to Alex, grandson of Gran. Also, granddad and Nana, all in Burns, Tennessee. And he was at Christian Brothers University, got into the portal, and he is now moving on to the University of Sewanee, or actually Sewanee, the University of the South, is the left-hander, Eli Potter. Not a safe situation for Potter, but he is hauled on to get 3 outs here in the 9th to give the Rhythm their 13th win of the year. Winning pitcher as it stands right now would be Hayden Choate. Hayden Alexander to pick up the tough luck loss if the score does not change significantly, and Potter pumps in a strike to Tyler Humphrey as 8-9-1 will come to the plate for the Chiefs. Potter in his 6th appearance of the year, all in relief, change up in there for a called strike. In his 7 innings, he's given up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He's walked 4, struck out 10, plunked 1 batter. He's 1-0. Has a 3.86 ERA. That's just about a half a run above the team ERA of 3.44. So Eli Potter has had a good first 5 appearances. So he gets a AAA autoglass foul ball off the bat of Tyler Humphrey, who's 0 for 2. And an 0-2 pitch misses outside. Trace Simmons is your new pitcher. Let's figure out where everybody is. Jackson Cothran still at first. And that is Jake Turr at second base. I think it might be Blake Carter at third as a Safeware strikeout. Swing and a miss. That's right. Who is that over there? Nope. Caden Moore's at third. Jake Turr is at
Now batting left fielder, number 20, Nate Lang.
short. John Paul Head has come in to play second base, so I would assume Staborski I'm telling you, it's crazy. You're writing all this down, I hope, Ken. That's lined out to left field. On comes somebody. It might be Charlie Bozeman. It is Charlie Bozeman with the catch. I think that might be Nolan Sargent in. Nope, that's going to be Staborski in center field. Nolan Sargent still in right field.
Noah Webster.
There you go. So, John Paul Head has moved from center field into second base. As Noah Waxer, the top of the order, is the final hope for the Chiefs. Ball one. Time called. Not sure if what happened there, but all right. So Bozeman's still in left. Staborski is in center. Sargent's still in right. That's a line drive caught by Jackson Cothran, who's still at first base. And this one belongs to the Rhythm. Rhythm with a comeback victory. Get their sixth straight win, move to 13-5.
And your final score, the Paducah Chiefs won.
As Eli Potter goes 1, 2, 3 in his half inning of work. Hayden Choate picks up the victory. He's on my sheet somewhere. There he is. He gets his first win as a full count Rhythm pitcher, and Hayden Alexander falls to 3-1, gets his first loss of the year. No save in the ball game. Paducah falls to 6-11, and the Rhythm stay in first place, now 13-5. The Henderson Flash, see what they're doing. They are winning up in Madisonville. And it looks like the Fulton Railroaders defeated the Hoptown Hoppers. Who we got for our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game? John Paul Head gets 2 big RBIs. He goes 1 for 3. He increases his league leading RBI total to 32 now. Good outing by Eli Lamb, although he is not in the ball game when the Rhythm get the requisite number of runs. Hayden Choate with 3 innings of relief and gets the win. Let me see his line here real quick. I think we might go with Hayden Choate for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Have we gone final? You got the final on there? Okay. As Choate goes 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Hayden Choate is your Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. And I do, but you got one. I'm going to defer to my lovely wife. She has our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. That says, it is from Romans 5:8, but God proves his own love for us in this, that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. She's reading out of the Christian Standard Bible. That's a little different than how I memorized it. But God proves his own love for us in this, that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. That was a little bit of a CSB and NIV compilation there. Romans 5:8, our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, and the Rhythm get the victory 6-1 over the Chiefs. Chiefs now have lost 7 in a row. The Rhythm will, and the entire Ohio Valley League will be off tomorrow. Rhythm will then travel on Wednesday to Fulton to take on the Railroaders back home. For the Flash on Thursday, out at Hoptown on Friday, back home again on Saturday against the Madisonville Miners before another off day on Sunday. So now we are on the portion of the schedule that's basically home away, home away, home away, and with a hopefully a day off or two in between. But we are now 18 games into a 40-game schedule, Hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll tell you what's happening with those makeup games. We have a makeup game and a doubleheader against Paducah at Paducah. I think that's July 6th, and then I think July 9th at Henderson, a doubleheader. But as we get closer, I'll get that information to you. But the Rhythm, with 1 run in the 7th and a 5 spot in the 8th, get the victory 6-1 over Paducah. Again, keep remembering the 3rd week of mission trip in Nicaragua. Josh Carman, Tanner Sandell, Drew Robertson, former Full Count Rhythm 4-year player, is down in Nicaragua. I saw that Terry Markham is on that trip as well as a whole bunch of people from Alabama. Jeff Cruz, pastor in Lexington, Alabama, and he has recruited a bunch of people that have gone on mission down there week 3. 3 more weeks in July that the Full Count Ministry will be on mission down in and around Ocotal, Nicaragua. But have we gotten all the... Julie Sweeney says, thank you, Tim. Appreciate that kind comment. And Paula Sims also. She's been here all game long. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Rhythm broadcast on YouTube and Facebook. So for John Smithson, the president or the director of ministry for Full Count Ministry, Josh Carman, the general manager and head coach of the Full Count Rhythm baseball team, also the director of baseball for Full Count Ministries, and for my lovely wife, the directing today's show again. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for joining us on another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.